Yo, you know what it is? Nothing but illustrious guests here on DESUS Mero.
Right. #1 show late night. And tonight we have one of the most swagged out owners in the NBA, Mark Cuban himself, ladies and gentlemen. You know what I'm saying? Make some motherfucking noise, y'all.
That's right. We got American entrepreneur and investor, Mark Cuban. You might know him from a little show called Shark Tank.
You know what I'm saying?
I believe you guys are entering your 10th season.
Yeah, 11th. This is the old poster.
That's the old joint.
That's the old joint. Yeah, we're season 11.
That's the platinum plaque right there for season 10.
Exactly. Yeah, it's rolling. It's going well.
So what's up, guys? I want to thank you for Shark Tank. I'm a huge fan. I watch it all the time. I love it. Like, is there any product that was pitched to you on Shark Tank that you passed on that really haunts you?
No, not at all, man. When they're done, they're done. I'm moving on, man.
You moving on?
Yeah, there's plenty of fish in the sea. I literally, because when we shoot, like they bring in deal after deal after deal. We'll see 12 in one day. We'll see 250 in the season. And like the minute one's gone, we're on to the next.
Next one. Okay.
Yep. Whoops.
Cool.
What's the dumbest pitch you have gotten?
Oh my God. So much dumb shit. I mean, like fart candles, some shit,
candles?
Waking bacon, like when you, like a little bacon cooker that goes next to your bed and connects to your alarm clock. So when you wake up, you already have the smell of bacon. Except the problem is, I'm like, well, what if it catches on fire? Right?
Yeah.
Like, you know?
Wow.
You have a nice little grease fire in your bedroom?
Exactly, man. Just some dumb stuff.
Man. Oh, Mark, you live in the dream.
Yes, sir.
Are able, not only do you own a basketball team, you actually talk for the fans because you have gotten fined by the NBA. How much fines have you gotten from the NBA for speaking up? Like
millions. I don't know.
You're like the Rasheed Wallace of team owners.
Yeah, that's right. But both teams played hard.
Yeah. Oh, man. How much fun is it to own a basketball team?
You know what? When you win, like when we won the championships, unbelievable. But when you lose, it hurts. It hurts more to lose than you're happy to win. But other than the games and the guys and the energy, the best part, like I get to go on the court before our home games and just get up shots. And so like 2 hours, 4 o'clock games at 7:30, 4 o'clock, I'm on the court just getting them up. And I'm in an NBA arena, my own NBA arena, just getting the ball and just getting them up, taking threes and, making it rain.
And that's dope because it's like a lot. You're one of those guys that you can tell it's not really about the money for you. It's about like you're a hooper. Like you love the game.
I still play pickup, man. My body's falling apart, but you know how it goes, right? You go from I can play to like just give me the ball, and I went
corner
from shooting threes. Yeah, corner three, just like I get further and further and further back, right? And that ball's out there. I'm not gonna go after that rebound. No, but I can still shoot it some. So I can still play and not embarrass myself.
Right. Yeah. Mark, you recently said that you believe that coronavirus will improve capitalism.
Yeah, because I think, So, going into all this mess, right? You had Bernie Sanders on one side and people who are really progressive think, you know what? Things aren't right with capitalism. It's all about just making the next dollar, make the next dollar. Don't care about your employees. If you pay them less and put more in your pocket, that's all good, right? And people thinking the government's only taking care of the rich people. And now with all this, like it affected everybody the same. It don't care if you're white, black, rich, poor, where you live, whatever, right? And so we all got hit. But in order to get past this, in order for our businesses to rebound, every single employee is just as important as any other. It don't matter if you're sweeping the floor or you're the CEO. It don't matter if you're in sales or you're on the phone doing customer service all day long, because everybody's going to have to contribute. And so I think CEOs are either going to realize that or their brands are going to be toast. Because look, and you guys know better than anybody. I mean, you guys are born to social media, right? Starting with a podcast and everything, right? And so being able to leverage all that, you are your brand on social media. Each and every person, you don't have to be famous to be a brand. Everybody who puts a picture on Instagram, everybody does a dance on TikTok, right? Wherever you show you represent you, right? And so if CEOs don't do it the right way, if they don't treat their employees the right way, they're going to get torched or your brand's going to get killed. And so I think with all these changes, everybody's going to have to be more respectful of the people who work for them, more respectful of the people coming up from the bottom, more like a trickle-up economics. And that's going to make capitalists more compassionate. And if they don't, they're going to get crushed because people aren't going to respect their brand.
Right. So if corporations aren't responsible, people aren't going to rock with them anymore.
What's exactly right. I mean, it's like you pick a brand, whatever clothes you like to wear, whatever shoes, whatever. Man, if that company does it wrong, their brand is torched for decades, right? They're not going to get over it. The minute someone goes online and says, I can't run with these guys, I can't roll with these guys, it's over.
It's over. Yeah, especially now in the age of like information gets disseminated so quickly.
Exactly.
All it takes is one employee to be like, you know what? Fuck this. These guys treat me like shit.
Yeah, or they know somebody who's an influencer picks it up, right? Because it's a relative or a friend. And they're like, this is the way they treated my guy, right? We can't be going with that at all. So, you're going to see companies like my peers that run companies saying, you know what? We've got to be different. And when we come back, we need everybody's help and we got to respect everybody.
And you're not just talking it, you're living it. You reimbursed your employees for buying lunch at local businesses?
Yeah, because everybody. Everybody. It wasn't my idea. It was a friend of mine's idea, and I'm like, I'll steal it. And it was like all these restaurants are hurting, right? Everybody's struggling. And so what I said was, anybody who buys from a local restaurant, if they send me the receipt, I'll pay them back because I wanted to encourage them to do that.
That's nice. That's how you do that.
And I'm sure Dallas appreciates it.
Yeah, I mean, look, we try, we're trying to help out all we can, man, because you guys, I hear you guys talking about the Bronx and everything, and all local businesses all the time, man. Those guys are struggling, and anything, they're closed. I mean, it doesn't get any worse than that. And so, anything you can do to help with the takeout and help them roll, that's what I'm trying to do.
Thank you, man. We appreciate it. I'm sure everyone appreciates that.
So do you see any parallels in like running like a your typical corporate company versus running like a sports franchise?
Nah, man, totally different, right? Because with sports, they don't care if you win. And with sports, they'll call radio stations, they'll go online, they'll go on NBA Twitter, and they'll tear you a new one. You can be 80-0, but you lose that 81st game, the whole season's falling apart, right? So
we know we're Knicks fans, so
okay, right. I ain't gonna touch that. I ain't going there.
Smart man. That's how you get your money.
You could be the first guy to own 2 NBA teams at once.
No, man, I'm smart.
You are. That's why you got the long money.
Right? But there's no other business, right? When you hit it big, they throw a parade. Google, they can have everything. Facebook, Amazon, biggest year in their history, right? No one throws a parade. Can you imagine the Knicks win an NBA championship, what New York would be all about?
Oh my God.
I wouldn't survive.
The show be over. The show would definitely be over.
When the Mavs won, it was out of control, man. Just completely out of control.
Yeah, I can imagine, man. Did you expect that to happen, or was it like a fairy tale?
No, it was a fairy tale, man, because we had to run into Kobe and the Lakers, right? And they had won 2 in a row. And I'm thinking, oh, please just let us be respectable, literally. And then we got rolling and swept their ass, just like it was like bam, 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 bam. And so we get to the 4th game, right? And we're playing in Dallas, and we can't miss. And we're up 20-some points. And I said to my friend next to me, I said, if you touch me or you pinch me, because I might wake up, I'll punch the shit out of you, right? Because it's just like, don't let it end. It was crazy. And then get to the finals, man, and to win it all was unbelievable.
Mark, I used to be the wild computer nerd, so I got to take it back.
Okay.
You were responsible for CompuServe?
No, I sold my company to CompuServe.
Oh, you sold it was a MicroSolution, right?
So you're talking CompuServe. You're going way back to the geeky scene, right?
Baby. Like, I've been following you for a while. Like,
no, that's crazy. Yeah. I sold my company to CompuServe. That was my first payday.
And then was it broadcast.com?
Yeah, so we started a company called AudioNet in 95, late 94, 95, where we basically started the whole streaming business because I wanted to listen to Indiana basketball. And then boom, it just blew up.
Oh, wow.
Is there anything that you've invested in? I mean, obviously there is, but like, is there anything that sticks out in your head that like you invested in or you put time into and you were like, man, that didn't pan out, but you learned something from it?
Oh, yeah. Time and time again. Like right after I graduated, I was looking for a job and somebody came up to me and he goes, look, everybody drinks milk. I'm like, well, not everybody, but here. And he's like, I got this powdered milk to sell, right? So milk is $1.75 a gallon. This powdered milk is $1.25 a gallon. Everybody needs to save money on milk. And like, I got no money. I'm like, okay, that makes sense. It tastes okay.
Right.
And then I went out there trying to sell this powdered milk to grocery stores or whatever. And they're like, it tastes okay. And I'm like, no, okay. I learned a lesson, right? You can't, people want what they want and it's got to be good if you deal with bad product. But yeah, so my first big failure was trying to sell powdered milk. It just died.
You could have told me that because my mom brought powdered milk to go to the Dominican Republic when we used to go there. And I was just like, this is not milk.
No, it's not milk, right? I'll put it in cereal. No.
This is chalk juice, Mom.
That's exactly right. I should have called you first, man.
Mark, we have a question we always ask people, and I'm honored to be able to ask you this because I hope you have a wild answer. What is the most wasteful purchase you've made?
Wasteful purchase I made.
Like a Ferrari for no reason or...
No. Okay, so...
I got a Ferrari plane.
No. So my partner, Todd Wagner, and I are at this charity event, and we had just sold Yahoo and just really made our money. And there was this yellow Hummer, just a big old yellow Hummer, and it was like for charity, and no one else wanted to buy it. It was just a big, ugly, yellow Hummer. And so I'm like, well, how much you need? They're like $210,000. I'm like, no problem. Just wrote a check for $210,000 for a yellow Hummer. I drove it once. Yes. And then
where is it now?
It's gone. I sold it. I just said, get it out of here. Yeah, I had it for like 2 years. I was like, get it away. I mean, it was like a big old banana. It was like a big old banana in my front driveway, right? It's just
oh my God. And
it's not like you drove it and you're like, yeah, this is my Hummer. I got this, right? But no, it was like, what the hell are you doing in that car?
A yellow Hummer.
Banana yellow military vehicle.
Yo, it'd be like, yo, banana boy. No, just like,
that's not how you want to feel when you cruising.
No,
yo, come telling me banana.
Yo.
Bring me a smoothie.
Yo, it's not that kind of Hummer, my man. Yo, Mark, we could talk to you all day, but we know you're a busy man. We got to go. But listen, everyone that comes on our show, in New York, we got the bodega. We have bodegas, and they have the neon signs in them. The neon signs can say a menu or a saying. What would you like Mark Cuban's neon sign to say?
Ooh, that's a good question, man.
It could be life advice. It could be anything.
Today's the youngest you're ever going to be. Live like it. Always live young.
I like that. I like that.
Okay.
That's knowledge right
Always
there.
Live young. Yeah, got you,
Did you kick your leg out when you shot that fade away?
No, that's Dirk. I can't get that down, man. I can't get that down. He laughs at me.
More practice. Yo, give it up for Mark Cuban. Thank you for jumping up with us.
Appreciate it, guys.
Mark.